Premier Smith has disclosed that CARICOM heads of government have called on the European Union to withdraw the listing of several Caribbean countries on the EU's list of 30 non-cooperative tax jurisdictions. 14 Caribbean countries were included on the list, which was released in June. According to the Premier, the CARICOM heads agree that the decision was done outside of the body authorized to set international standards on tax cooperation. He made the disclosure while addressing members of the press on Thursday, July 16th, when he gave an update on his meeting at the 36th CARICOM meeting held in Barbados.
The BVI also used the opportunity to discuss with Caribbean leaders the decision taken by the European Commission to place a number of Caribbean countries on a list of non-cooperative tax jurisdictions. Heads of government agreed that this decision was done without merit and was done outside of the internationally agreed body empowered to set international standards on tax cooperation. CARICOM heads of government have called on the European Union to withdraw the listing.
The Premier said the listing of the countries as non-cooperative tax jurisdictions was based on a non-updated list. In June, the BVI government expressed its disappointment with the European Commission's inclusion of the BVI on the list and questioned the basis for its publication. The government said at that time that it was hopeful that the publication will either be withdrawn or corrected. And the 36th CARICOM meeting also updated the Premier on many other regional matters, including the role of Caribbean universities in building resilience and wealth creation to support Caribbean development.
The new Vice-Chancellor of the University of the West Indies, Sir Hilary Beckles, in a presentation to head of government, outlined the work being done at UWI and other Caribbean universities to put greater emphasis on science and technology for the purpose of fostering greater industry and academic linkages. This is being done in an effort to strengthen the region's indigenous capacity to foster innovation, competitiveness, and resilience within the Caribbean workforce. As a part of this strategy, greater emphasis will also be placed on promoting greater networking among Caribbean universities and tertiary education institutions internationally.
The Premier said he realized the need for government to continue to push for advancement in information technology and telecommunications while at the International Economic Forum of the Americas Toronto Global Forum. Premier Smith said his participation in a panel of Caribbean leaders gave him insight into the common goals as small Caribbean territories.
I was especially pleased to realize that as the small Caribbean territories, our concerns were essentially the same, and we all recognize the need to work together towards a common goal and to integrate with the outside world in a meaningful way. I was especially interested in this relationship to the effect that this would have in relation to two of our major Puerto Rico-based banks doing business in the BVI and their ability to continue to serve the people of this territory into the foreseeable future. Aside from this panel discussion, I was able to attend quite a few discussions that range from international banking and finance to the information technology and telecommunications. These discussions cemented in my mind the need for this government to continue to push for significant advancement in policies that facilitate the improvement of our capability and use of information technology and communications.
The Premier also said the United Nations will in September launch a new global development agenda focused on sustainable development for small island states such as the BVI. He said CARICOM countries are also coordinating efforts to assist with the transitioning from fossil fuel to renewable energy through the Caribbean Center for Renewable Energy and the creation of the Caribbean Energy Fund. The Premier also responded to questions on gay marriage, possible purchase of Bywater, airport financing, and more. You can watch the entire Premier's one-on-one with the media right here on JTV Channel 55, as well as on our website jtvlive.net and JTV News YouTube channel.